What's up, you guys? My name is Kaiser, and I've got another Pokemon XY Wi-Fi battle to you. This time I'm going to be bringing a RU-NU match, and I'm going to be using Quillfish, Cryogonal, Gallade, Braviary, Lilligant, and Pyroar, while my opponent will be bringing a Pikachu, Samurott, Sandslash, Shiftry, Emboar, and Weezing. Now, he's got a pretty cool team. I'm honestly not too threatened by anything with the exception of Weezing, because Weezing's always a threat. So let's just go and get this thing started, shall we? Alright, so I'm going to be leading off with my ball and my Quillfish, and he's going to be leading off with his Pikachu. Now, I know with the Intimidate drop I can possibly I can get a safe switch into something if he has Volt Tackle or anything, so I go into my Lilligant, who carries the Sleep Powder, but he actually goes for the Fake Out, which I didn't know that Pikachu carried at this point. So I go for a Quiver Dance, because I thought I was gonna Speed Tie, which is indeed what happens. And he gets a Volt Switch off, which is a good play on his part. So here he Volt Switches out into his Caliente, his Emboar. And here I should have switched out, but I decided to go for the Sleep Powder to try and get more Quiver Dances up. Unfortunately I miss, and he gets a Flare Blitz, which is going to easily take out Lilligant. So that was kind of a bad move on my part. I'm down 5-6. But not a huge deal, still a lot of time left in the match. So he gets a little bit left use recovery, and I go into my Braviary. Now since I'm Choice Banded Adamant, max attack investment, I know anything on his team, even his Weezing, is going to take a huge chunk from this Braviary. So I go straight for it, and even Sandslash, which I'm pretty sure are typically defensive walls, and NU, like, this thing took it horribly. It was pretty bad. So I go for one more Brave Bird, and I do kill his Dune. Unfortunately, I take a crap ton of damage from the Rocky Helmet plus Brave Bird recoil damage. Now he goes into his Mickey Mouse, and I don't really want to stay in because I know he outspeeds me. I'm expecting a Thunderbolt or anything like that, so I go into my Glad, who takes a who takes a Fake Out to the face. And I don't really do all that well against that. Now he goes for the Volt Switch, and here I wasn't sure whether he was going to switch into his Weezing or his Shiftry, so I just go straight for the Close Combat. But I get lucky, he does indeed switch into the Shiftry, and I'm able to one-shot that Shiftry before he gets to do anything. So that was a really good move on my part. Got a little bit lucky there, but I mean, luck's part of the game. And it was I guess the logical thing would have been to go for the Psycho Cuts, just because it doesn't have defense drop. Now he goes for the Fake Out here, and I actually forgot that I've carried Steadfast on my Glass, and now I'm actually able to outspeed his Pikachu. So now I can freely go for whatever the freak I want. Here I actually decide to go for the Psycho Cut over the Close Combat, obviously predicting the Weezing to come in, but he makes a good switch into his Samurott, who surprisingly takes less than half. I assume that Samurotts run like up to max HP and NU, but then again I don't really know, I'm new to the metagame. So I decided to go with my Ballin because I know for a fact that he can wall any attack that his Samurott has. So I get the Intimidate off, and he goes for an Aqua Jet, which does a total of 10 damage, which is perfect for me. So he's going to be switching an Asthma here, and here I go straight for the Waterfall, hoping like his Pikachu in doesn't work out that way. Not a huge deal, but I can't do anything to this Weezing, so I have to switch out. I decided to go into my Nala, which is going to be my Pyroar, and he goes for a Stockpile. Now here I'm a little scared because I don't know exactly what variant of Weezing he is, so he gets his Stockpile off, right? And I go for my Specs Fire Blast, which almost kills it. Surprisingly, he gets the burn. Not a huge deal for him because even after one Stockpile, it almost took it out. So all I have to do is really just hit another one, and he dies. So I go for the second Fire Blast. Luckily, I don't miss, so he doesn't get a Pain Split off, and I'm able to kill his Asthma, which is going to be very, very useful for me. The thing that I was really just truly majorly worried about on his team is gone. So now he switches into Samurott. I can't do anything to him with my Specs Pyro since I can't switch moves, so I go into my Ballin. I get the Intimidate off, but he goes for a Sword Stamp, bringing him back up to +1. He gets a Night Slash off, and with a crit, it actually does less than half, which is pretty freaking amazing. Ballin is just, balling it out here. like, in all honesty. So I'm able to get my T-Wave off, and now I know he can't do much, so I go straight for the spikes to break the Pikachu sash if it has it. Not really too worried about what it runs, but I mean, you know, whatever. So here I expected him to actually go for another Swords Dance, but that didn't work out. He went for the Night Slash, and then he since I outspeed him now, that last turn, I'm a little behind, sorry. I go for the Haze, doesn't work out, he gets +2 up. And he got a +2 Aqua Jet off on me, and obviously it's doing negligible damage. I bring him back down to his normal, I don't know, attacking range or attack stat with my Haze, and now I decide I need to switch out on my Cryogonal. Even though he is not a physically defensive wall. Now here I was really hoping he wasn't going to pick the Aqua Jet, and obviously he does not go for it. I get my Freeze Dry off, and down goes the Samurott. It's going to be really good for Cryogonal. I didn't expect him to notch a kill, but he did, so which is going to be nice. Now he goes back into his Mickey Mouse, takes a little bit of spikes damage, and I really don't need my Cryogonal anymore since all he has left is this thing in his Emboar. So he just goes for Brick Break, which easily knocks out my Cryogonal. Now I'm just gonna leave the rest of this to Nala, who can easily go for a Hyper Voice to knock a Specs Hyper Voice to knock out anything, either his Pikachu or this Caliente. And he ends up deciding to switch in his Caliente, and even with Emboar's massive attack stack, he can't even take one. So down goes his Emboar. He brings back into his Pikachu, takes more spikes damage. Even if he went for a fake out, wouldn't matter, and I know that Pikachu cannot outspeed a Lion, so he goes ahead and dies, and I win the match. So that was a good game, Campton. Most of the battlers I find are going to be on Showdown or on, what is this place called? Cerebi. This is where I found this guy. So if you ever want to hit me up for a battle, please find me there. Just find me there. If there are any other better places for me to find battles, please let me know, because it takes me a while to find some of them sometimes. So thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.